Welcome to today's episode. Today we've got a very exciting guest, Al Kushner. So Al is an award-winning author and sought-after LinkedIn growth strategist, renowned for his innovative approach to digital networking. His groundbreaking book, The AI LinkedIn Advantage, has transformed how professionals and business leverage artificial intelligence to optimize their LinkedIn presence, grow networks, and drive meaningful engagement. Al's expertise in blending AI-driven strategies with actionable insights has made him a trusted advisor and thought leader, empowering countless individuals to achieve measurable results on the platform. And for those of you just joining the podcast, we at Strativa AI help businesses scale their revenue over 12 months using AI. So if you'd like to learn how to take your business to the next level, be sure to stick around for future episodes. And if you're interested in a free growth consultation, drop the word growth in the DM below and we'll connect there. So now, Al, can you tell us a bit more about yourself and the journey that got you to where you are?
Well, I've been using LinkedIn for over 20 years. So for me, the journey was a long one, I would say. But I was excited to be on board from the beginning and realize the potential that it had, which was incredible. And ever since Microsoft took it over, it's really grown by leaps and bounds. I mean, I think there's over 1 billion users on LinkedIn. So it's
Oh, is that
certainly
right? Wow.
quite sizable, I would say, compared to the early days. But it's good in a way because it really helped me perfect my craft. And I'm really excited to be letting people know about, some of the things I've been doing. My book is out called The AI LinkedIn Advantage, which talks about some of the experiences that I've dealt with in LinkedIn and how to become a thought leader on the platform. And if you use the steps that I go through, you can also basically dominate the competition if you're looking to go that route.
Fantastic. And so in conjunction with the book, do you have like a coaching business or a service that you go in
Yeah.
and help other companies leverage their LinkedIn? What does that look like?
Yeah, so I have a website, linkvantage.com, where people can access, I have courses available. I also do one-on-one consultations. I've worked with larger corporations and small business owners. So it just depends on what people are looking to accomplish, and I can help them achieve those goals, more effectively on LinkedIn.
And do you predominantly stay in like solopreneur to solopreneur, or do you work with companies as well and their LinkedIn presence?
Well, I do both, and I also have groups that I have put together for people who are just getting started with LinkedIn. So it just depends on where people's comfort levels are. Everybody's different.
Sure. Great. And so, yeah, how are you implementing AI? What are some of the key takeaways maybe from your book?
Well, what I like about using the technology is that it's a great useful tool to help you with optimizing your profile, to help create content, to use it for scripts or videos. So it has a lot of uses, and people really should take advantage of it because it's really quite impressive in how much time it could save you by using it and how more effective you can by learning some of the things that my book showcases.
And so, in regards to implementing AI in your own business, what are some things you've done along that front?
Well, I've used various types of platforms, whether it's ChatGPT, Jasper, Perplexity. These have been really great tools, as well as Canva, which is great for graphics. Grammarly is excellent for editing. So a lot of these tools are really great uses and really helps to make more impact whoever you're connecting with by getting information that people are looking for. So it's really been a great
Yeah. And so, when you've made these additional connections throughout your 20 years, how many of those turn into, like face-to-face meetings?
Well, I would say most of the people that are interested in optimizing their profile or doing outreach have been, I would say, 99% successful. So I really have a very short time because I've got a long waiting list of people looking to get, training done. I'm not short for business. That's without a doubt.
Nice. And so with that long list, is that any sort of typical industries that you focus on, or is it across the board?
Well, I work with primarily referral partners. I would say I have accountants, I have attorneys, I have insurance agents, financial planners, event planners. I would say those are the kind of the core ones that I work with because they are a great source of referrals. So I like to work with those particular industries.
And how much resistance have you seen when introducing AI into someone's LinkedIn experience?
Resistance, I mean, most people are open to it as long as they understand that AI is not there to replace their job, but in fact, it's actually going to help them keep their job. Because the fact is that if they're not using AI, their competition will. So it's just a, sink or swim. So they understand that.
Yeah, and I guess the majority of the people that are coming to you feel like there's some sort of a gap, and they're coming to you for the expertise around fulfilling that gap with your tried and true techniques, and perhaps the AI is like rolled into that, and that's what you teach, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just using it strategically. And I find that most people, once they start learning some of the how to use various platforms, they're very comfortable with it and they really find it to be a time saver. And that's what people are looking for, save time.
And so when doing a lot of the wrapping in of AI, how do you balance, how do you guide your clients to balance the human aspect and interactions on LinkedIn?
I think whenever you're creating content, you want it to be authentic with your content you're creating. Again, AI is a tool to use. It can help structure outlines for you and help you with grammar, but you really need to put more of yourself into it. And that's why by using it together, I think it's very helpful in a way. And some people find it beneficial and come across as being authentic. That's really the way to do that.
And so are your services based around building up someone's profile, or is it also in helping them leverage their LinkedIn presence such that they're growing their business?
Both. I mean, you have to have your profile optimized before you do any outreach. I mean, simply put. And that's what I always tell people. And if they're not willing to put in the effort to take the time to learn that, then they're not a client. Just
Yeah.
somebody trying to shortcut it. And that's really not, that doesn't work on the platform.
So you guide on both optimization and then also on outreach techniques.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that
Because
right? Yeah.
once your profile is up and running, then we look for ways to connect with people and we show you how AI can help you make those quality connections.
And have you developed any proprietary AI around those outreaches, or do you like put different examples of it together?
Well, I do both, actually. I'm right now finishing a course that will talk about 100 LinkedIn, I would say, hacks that you can use. And I've created
Cool.
100 videos that people can view. It's only a minute long, but each one will be impactful because it really focuses on some of the advanced techniques that I've used on LinkedIn to be really effective. So that would be a proprietary
Oh, that's
hack.
awesome. That's great. And so do those videos sit in a repository for a group of clients that you are working with, or is that something that you have out on the web that's for the public to consume?
It'll be out for the public to consume. I would say probably next week. Should be up and running. So
Oh,
I
wow.
developed this over a period of a year because I wanted something of a course that people can consume and find helpful, and they can do it in small bits and pieces. So it's not all encompassing. So if they want to take one day and do 5 hacks, that's fine. Another day, 10 hacks. Go
Right.
100 to work with. So it's really quite.
And I've seen some services that say that they do LinkedIn outreach for people. Is that something that you are familiar with or have tried or recommend?
Well, I mean, the fact is you can't really have someone do outreach for you, I would say, unless you're doing it for a company, then they can have certainly a virtual assistant can handle for company pages. But for personal, LinkedIn frowns against that, and that's something that needs to be addressed. Some people think they can get around it, and a lot of times they can end up having their account restricted as a result. So gotta be
Mm,
careful.
hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Um, and so have you seen any big obstacles that the AI maybe has presented you or your clients with that maybe you didn't expect and have to, figure something out because of it? And are there any lessons learned around that?
Yeah, I say don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I was relying on one particular AI to do that. And fortunately, it wasn't really where it was up to speed. So I have multiple AI platforms that I use, and that seemed to be the best way to get around it because it all comes from different perspectives. And sometimes relying on one may not be ideal, but have it battle each other, that's even better. And that's how you can improve your effectiveness on your writing and whatever else you're using it for.
Yeah, and along that front, are there manual processes in your business that you wish could be automated?
Well, I would say that it's really hard to say as far as automation because everything is pretty much in the developing stages, new stages. So I'm kind of in a wait and see approach to see what's on next, the next horizon, the next big thing. So I'm using whatever resources I have right now and always keep my ear to the ground, knowing
Yeah,
exactly what's the latest new thing out there. Because also
right.
with LinkedIn, their algorithm changes sometimes every other week. So you
hmm
need to be adept at what's happening. So what could be good now may not be good from a year from now. So
How do you keep that pulse on the ground for the algorithm changing? Is it something that you just notice, or is there a way to like kind of, I don't know, are you in, groups or something that talks about, hey, I noticed this, or here's an announcement, they're making this change?
well, it's a combination of things. There are, of course, groups on LinkedIn you can adhere to. There are certain followers on LinkedIn that are also, change leaders, you might say. There
Uh-huh.
are a number of events that you can attend that dealing with AI technology. I'm going to a few of them next year, and I went from this year. So these things, you network with people and you learn who has the latest scoop on what's going out there. Keep abreast of what's happening. I also have a newsletter that I created to help people know exactly what's the next big thing happening on LinkedIn, so they can subscribe and follow my things that I
Oh,
learned
that's awesome. How often does that come out?
once a week.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's frequent. Good, good.
Yeah, you got to be current on that. Things change, so I
Yeah.
try to be abreast.
Yeah. 100%. Uh, and do you have AI assist you with that somehow?
Well, yeah, I mean, I have AI, what we call agents, you might say,
hmm
who has a specific tasks that I create to look for anything that's going on, let's say with LinkedIn or SEO or other things that may impact my kind of work. And they do the research based on the input I train it to.
Fantastic. Now, is that something that is ongoing for you and can give you like a little heads up? Hey, Al, like, this based on your parameters, here's something you might be interested in. Or is it something that you go into when you want that deeper level of research?
Well, I do get alerts, depending on
Do
how I
you?
set up.
Yeah.
Right now, it's every week.
Yeah.
But I have a team of AI advisors, or my team of AI board of advisors, I guess that would be the case, based on individuals that I respect in the industry, and it's really quite impressive, I would say.
Do you see any trends that are approaching like on the horizon right now in regards to AI?
Well, certainly, I think the way we are searching the internet now, currently we're using Google, I imagine is the main search engine, but I see other players in the marketplace like Perplexity, for example, which is incredible, which actually gives you a lot more deeper research without the ads and the noise. So I'm really impressed by the results of that platform. So yeah,
hmm
I see that pretty much what people are looking for because people are really tired of getting sold. They want answers, they want it now, and they don't want any upsells. They just want it, give them what they're looking for. And I think that platform works incredible. So I see the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, I've worked some with Perplexity and I absolutely love it as well. It is really good for that real-time research. And I've even noticed that when on Google, of course, they've put the AI searches now at the top of all of the searches. So before you're seeing any of the results, you're actually getting an AI result at the top. And so a lot of times people will just stay there and look at that. It's a little different if there might be, searching for a specific business, a local plumber or something like that. I think that would be a little bit more targeted in the, scrolling down into the results of the Google search. But I certainly have noticed the AI prevalence showing up there, and even know of companies that are now doing a wrap into their SEO services. They're doing AEO services so that companies are appearing more in that chat right up at the top in that description, that AI is providing before the entire rest of the Google results.
Well, I mean, Google obviously makes money from advertising, so they have to please their advertisers, of course. But other platforms don't necessarily have that. I mean, just imagine it's like using Perplexity. I use the paid version of Perplexity, and I'm getting incredible results, and it's really amazing of what it even gives you prompts of other questions I never even thought about asking, and I can
Right.
access that. So that's something very helpful for me, and that's really been a game changer, I would say, in terms of how I.
And how do you foresee the relationship between AI and so AI agents, like the ones that you use, and just AI in general? How do you see the relationship between that AI and humans evolving?
Well, with the agents I created, it's based on certain criterias that I look for, and it could be from the sources that I provided, and that's very important because you want to use credible sources. When you use AI in general, sometimes the sources can be dated or an exaggeration of what it's supposed to be, and relying on that
Right.
not really very effective. So I'm able to use that with Notebook LMM, I think it's called, and download the sources where it can derive all the information from. So it's not going to go outside of whatever, looking for. It's based on what I give it. So I
Okay.
feed it from sources that are reliable, whether it's from books or from YouTube videos. It's an incredible way to really make sure that the information you are provided is accurate.
Indeed, indeed. So, what sort of advice might you give to people that are at all hesitant about using AI in their business?
Very simple. I'd simply tell them that if they don't do it now, the competitors will. So it's simply put. And that's really what happens. I mean, just look back, I'd say, 100 years ago when people were beginning with electricity and,
Yeah,
using, that they thought it was evil, mystical, and they wouldn't want to deal with it. And they're now using candles. When people were horse and buggy, when those days, people
right.
still, "Oh, horses are reliable, but guess what? Gas engines, who knows what's going to happen? Maybe they'll blow up or something. But the
Yeah,
fact is that people need to understand that this is just part of your growth. And if you don't embrace it, others will and come for your job. And it's not AI going for your job, is the guy who knows how to use AI who's going to go ahead and take your job from you.
key point. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so getting back to your book, do you go out and do events like speaking engagements based around that, or is it more generalized for just like your services?
Well, it depends on the organization. I work with a number of associations that reach out to me. A lot of times they want to learn about AI, or they want to learn about LinkedIn or together. So it just depends on topics I'd never heard before. And AI is a hot topic in itself. So I'm not short of opportunities out there to talk. So it's not a problem.
Yeah, yeah, fantastic. And so how could people find you online?
Well, simply, go to my website, linkvantage.com. I also offer a checklist that they can use to optimize their profile, and you can download at linkvantage.com/audit, and you can access the checklist and no email required. So you can go ahead and get that. And if you want to
Uh,
follow me,
Nice.
I'm on LinkedIn. You can go to LinkedIn, my name, certainly follow me and reach out. My book is available and Amazon and Spotify for audiobook versions, as well as other retailers that offer books and audiobooks.
I love it. Good stuff. Any final thoughts or comments, suggestions, anything before we wrap up here, Al?
No, I'm just saying that people can follow me on LinkedIn. I also have a newsletter. They can get all the latest things that are happening on LinkedIn. So subscribe to that, and I look forward to connecting.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on the book and on the 20 years of development with LinkedIn. Sounds like you're a wealth of knowledge. Oh, there it is. Okay. Nice.
And I got a little QR
Oh,
code for
that's
those who understand
that's
that.
super smart. And so what does the scan do? Is it like lead you to Audible or?
Yeah, or Amazon and also to the website so they can go ahead and check it out. So, yeah,
Yeah,
something that's
good
always good to have.
stuff. I love
Yeah,
it.
cool.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. I really enjoyed this. I'm sure the audience did too.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you too, Al.